Whether they're taken from today's headlines, court documents, or right out of the case files of Chicago's largest injury law firm, it's time for us to play one of our favorite games, Case or No Case. Oh, we had practiced this whole flip thing, Rachel, and then I forgot we had an animation. All right, it's where we test our knowledge of Illinois law with friend of the show, Lou Cairo, a partner at GWC Law Firm here in Chicago. Lou, always good to see you.
Nice to be seen.
I love this game.
Thank
I
you.
was telling Rachel, I was like, I'm always so excited because I like to try and put on my little lawyer cap.
And I told you I love Law and Order. So I watched a marathon yesterday.
Okay.
So
in preparation.
So you two should be very ready to go.
Yeah,
but
we'll
you have to
see
put your don't put your little law cap on. You have to put your big law cap on today.
Okay.
Because we've got some good ones.
All right, let's get to the cases. So the first one is about an on-the-job accident.
Right.
Give us the deets.
Okay. Now there's a million people working, obviously, and people get hurt, and this is really, really important for your viewers to understand what this scenario is. Somebody gets hurt on the job. It's in front of 3 or 4 witnesses, okay? So you have witnesses that see the whole accident. And like most people, don't go to work in the morning because they want to get hurt, right? So the guy says, don't tell the boss. I don't want anyone to know this even happened.
Wow.
So we'll see if I'm going to be okay. And he goes to the doctor, and he sees the doctor 3 or 4 or 5 times. And eventually, after about 2 months, the doctor says, you're going to need surgery.
Oh, wow.
You're probably going to be off work for at least 6 months. And you may never be able to go back to a heavy labor job. So the guy goes back to the office, and goes to the boss, and he goes, hey, I've got 3 or 4 witnesses that were there. I got hurt 2 months ago. I need to report an accident. I need to get my medical bills covered. I need to get my disability pay and whatever else I'm entitled to in terms of a settlement. And the boss looks at him and says, you don't have a case. So the question is, case or no case?
That's interesting. I'm going to say that maybe there's like a statute of limitations or something, or since he didn't report it right away, that he doesn't have a case.
I'm going to say case because of the witnesses.
Okay. And I thought you would get this one wrong. And unfortunately, you got this one wrong. But think about something.
Yeah.
It's not a statute of limitation, but there is a rule in Illinois workers' comp that says if you get hurt, you have to report your accident to a supervisor or foreman within 45 days.
Oh,
and
wow.
if you don't, if you have 20 witnesses and you have it on videotape and it's unequivocal, it happened.
Doesn't matter.
See, this happened to me.
What?
I should know this. Yeah, I worked in wine, a crate of wine, fell on my foot. I had a cane for a while. It was great. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is about some flying debris off of a garbage truck. This is fascinating.
Summer's coming, it's usually drier out, and you get these garbage trucks like you see on the screen here, and they are driving down the street, going the normal speed limit, and big piece of paper comes out and hits a windshield on a car behind it, and the guy kind of loses control and hits a telephone pole, damages his vehicle. He wants to bring a claim against the city of Chicago, the garbage truck, or whether it's the city of Chicago or a refuse company, because they carelessly and negligently allowed this piece of paper to get out of the truck. And the garbage truck company says, well, wait a minute, we followed all protocol. Everything was exactly where it was supposed to be. We're driving the speed on the proper lane of traffic. We didn't get a traffic citation. Your case is garbage.
Oh, that's an interesting
one. Case or no
one.
case?
I'm going to go with no case again because of everything that you said, that they were following it, and sometimes accidents happen.
I want to say no case. I'm going to go with my instinct, but it's what? Is it case?
Oh!
Case. I knew it. I don't know why, though.
But here, that's like saying I'm driving down the street. I was going the speed limit. I was in my lane. I did everything right, except for I rear-ended the guy. I mean, sorry, that's a case. I mean, the bottom line is if you're following all the rules and everything is proper, a big piece of debris doesn't come out of the truck and blow in and cover my windshield so that I go out of control.
So you're still responsible for it.
You're responsible.
All right, our third case. This one has me interested because I've been in circumstances like this. You're at a baseball game, you got to use the restroom, and the bathroom's really crowded. What came out of this?
Okay, well, here, the World Series game. Yes, it actually happened. The Cubs were in the World Series last year. And guy goes into the bathroom, and you wouldn't know this, Rachel, but in the men's room, it's very crowded, and there's spilled beer, and there's from errant misses on the floor. It's very wet and It's very wet and slippery in the bathroom.
Beautiful.
So it's really not beautiful, trust me. So, and everyone's racing in there because they want to get out for the next pitch, right? So guy runs in the bathroom, and he slips and falls on the wet floor. That has no idea what he slipped on. It's just the floor is wet, and he sprains his ankle very badly, so badly he has to leave. So it's like the third inning, he's got to leave. So he brings a claim against the organization saying, I want my medical bills, I want my lost time from work, and I want the value of my priceless World Series ticket back because I had to leave in the third inning.
Oh.
So can he bring a claim against the administration because the floor was soaking wet and he slipped and fell?
I'm going to say case, but it's going to be no case.
I'm going to say case. I think there's a case.
All right, I'm going to go no case.
Now you're 2 for 3.
Ah!
It's no. I'll tell you the reason why it's no case. how does he prove that the Cubs were legally responsible for slipping? What if the guy right in front of him spilled a beer on the floor and that's what he slipped on? You can't sue an owner of property simply because there's water on the floor unless you can prove how the water got there or that they had an adequate amount of time to clean the water up. It's like you go in a store, in a grocery store, you slip on a banana peel. Is it a yellow, bright, shiny banana peel? It may have just been there for 3 seconds.
Right.
How do you sue them? If it's brown and it's all decayed, well, it's been there for a long time, they had an adequate opportunity to see it, remediate it, fix it, make the place safe, then you can sue them. See, everything isn't just what it's so easy to figure out.
Interesting.
That's why you needed your big boy lawyer cap today.
I also like how you say you slipped on water. You're lucky if it was water in the bathroom. All right, thank you so much, Lou, for coming on. If you want to talk over your workers' compensation or personal injury case with Lou or his associates at GWC Law, call 312-999-9999. Just keep on hitting 9 as much as you can. Go to justicestartstoday.com.